Data for an application object is often distributed across several database tables. Database systems provide you with a way of defining application-specific views of data in multiple tables. These are called views. Data from several tables can be combined in a meaningful way using a view or join. You can also hide information that is not important, that is, projection, and display only those data records that satisfy certain conditions, that is, selection. The data of a view can be displayed exactly like the data of a table in extended table maintenance. The structure of a view and selection of the data using this view are illustrated in the following example. The two tables used here are SCHAR and SFlight. The table SCHAR contains 2 entries, and the table SFlight contains 4 entries. The tables are appended to one another. This results in a cross product of both tables, in which each SCHAR table record is combined with each SFlight table record.
Usually, the entire cross product is not a good selection. Therefore, it is often necessary to limit the cross product with a join condition. The join condition describes how the records in the two tables are related. In the example shown in the figure, the CHAR ID field for SCHAR is compared with the CHAR ID field for SFlight. The join condition used to limit the cross product is SCHAR CHAR ID equals SFlight CHAR ID. With this join condition, all the records whose entry in field 1, that is T1 CHAR ID, is not identical to the entry in field 3, that is T2 CHAR ID, are removed from the cross product. As a result, the column for field 3, that is T2 CHAR ID, in the view is unnecessary.
Often, some of the fields of the tables involved in a view are of no interest. You can explicitly define the set of fields to be included in the view as projection view. In the example shown in the figure, the plain type field is not important and can therefore be hidden. The set of records that can be displayed with the view can be further restricted with the selection condition. In the example shown in the figure, only records that have the value DL in the CHAR ID field can be displayed with the view. Therefore, a selection condition can be formulated with fields included in the view and fields which are not contained in the view.
To explain how the tables are linked to views, the figure shows an example. Sometimes, travel agencies have to check which customers booked on which flights. The corresponding data is distributed across several tables. You have to create a view of the tables SCustom, SBook, and SPFLI to obtain the booking data. You can see the bookings for a particular customer by selecting the corresponding records for keys MANDT and custom ID in table SBook. The joint conditions can also be derived from the existing foreign key relationships. Copying the joint conditions from the existing foreign keys is supported in the maintenance transaction. The field names of the underlying table fields are used as field names in the view. However, you can also choose a different field name. You need to choose a different field name if two fields with the same name are to be copied to the view from different tables. In this case, you must choose a different name for one of the two fields in the view. You can also formulate the join condition directly in OpenSQL. You obtain the same result when using an inner join. Note that the performance of OpenSQL joins is not as good as the performance of statically defined database views. A view defined in the ABAP dictionary is a data type that can be used in ABAP programs in the same way as other ABAP dictionary data types.
The set of data that can be selected with a view depends on whether the view implements an inner join or an outer join. With an inner join, you only receive those records that have an entry in all the tables included in the view. With an outer join, the records that do not have a corresponding entry in some of the tables included in the view are also selected. Therefore, the result set of an inner join can be a subset of the result set of an outer join. Database views implement an inner join. You only obtain the records that have an entry in all the tables included in the view. Maintenance views implement an outer join.
A database view is defined in the ABAP dictionary and automatically created in the database during activation. Accesses to a database view are passed directly to the database from the database interface. The database software performs the data selection. If the definition of a database view is changed in the ABAP dictionary, the view created in the database must be adjusted to this change. As a view does not contain any data, this adjustment is made by deleting the old view definition and creating the view again in the ABAP dictionary with its new definition. The maintenance status defines whether you can only read with the view or whether you can also write with it. If a database view was defined with more than one table, you can only read with this view. The data read with a database view can be buffered. View data is buffered in the same way as with tables. The technical settings of a database view control whether the view data may be buffered and how this should be done. The same settings for buffering types can be used here as for table buffering. The buffered view data is invalidated when the data in one of the base tables of the view changes.
You can include entire tables in database views. In this case, all the fields of the included table become fields of the view, whereby you can explicitly exclude certain fields. If new fields are included in the table or existing fields are deleted, the view is automatically adjusted to this change. A new or deleted field is therefore automatically included in the view or deleted from it. If an append structure is added to a table included in a view, the fields added with the append structure are automatically included in the view. By using an append view, you can include fields of the base tables of a database view in the view without modifications. Using an append view is similar to enhancing a table with an append structure. An append view is assigned to one database view. More than one append view can be created for one database view. Data that is distributed across more than one table forms a logical unit called an application object. The technical implementation of the application object, such as the distribution of the data across several tables, is not relevant for the end user. You can easily maintain application objects by using a maintenance view. The data is automatically distributed across the underlying database tables. All the tables used in a maintenance view must be linked with a foreign key. The join conditions are always derived from the foreign key in the maintenance view. You cannot enter the join conditions directly as in a database view. A maintenance user interface with which the data of the view can be displayed, changed, and created must be generated from the definition of a maintenance view in the ABAP dictionary. When the maintenance user interface is created, function modules that distribute the data maintained with the view of the underlying tables are generated automatically.
In a one-step maintenance dialog, the data of the table rows is represented as a table control. The key fields have a gray background and are not intended for changes. The function fields have a white background and can be changed. In a two-step maintenance dialog, double-click a table line to present the selected data record in a clear form.
When creating a maintenance view, consider the following points. Select Maintenance View as the view type. Place all the key fields of primary table in the view definition. Include the client field for client-dependent tables or views. However, the client field is not displayed in the maintenance view. Do not copy the language fields for text tables as secondary tables. During maintenance, the logon language is automatically provided in the text tables. First, define the key fields and then define the function fields. The function fields and the key fields cannot be in a mixed order.
Enter an explanatory short text in the short description field.
The following steps are used to create a maintenance view. Copy tables. Specify the primary table of the view on the Tables tab page or join conditions under Tables. Only those tables can be included in the maintenance view that are connected to the primary table indirectly by the foreign key. If necessary, include other tables in the view. You can only include tables in a maintenance view that are connected to one another through foreign keys. Position the cursor on the primary table and choose Relationships. All existing foreign key relationships of the primary table are displayed. Select the desired foreign key and choose Copy. The secondary table involved in the foreign key is copied in the view. The join conditions using foreign key relationship and join condition are derived from the foreign keys are displayed. You can also include tables that are connected to one of the previously copied secondary tables via a foreign key. Position the cursor on the secondary table and activate relationships. The foreign key relationships for which a maintenance view is not appropriate are displayed at the end of the list under the heading Relationships with Unsuitable Cardinality. Copy the view fields. On the View Field tab page, select the fields that you want to copy to the view. Activate Table Fields. All the tables contained in the view are displayed in a dialog box. When you select a table, the fields of the table are displayed in a dialog box. You can remove fields by highlighting these in the first column and choosing Copy. All the key fields of the primary table must be included in a maintenance view. In addition, all the key fields of secondary tables that are not involved in the foreign key, that is, they are not connected via a join condition to a key field already included in the view, must be included in the view. This ensures that the records inserted via a maintenance view can be written correctly in the tables contained in the view. Selection conditions. On the Selection Conditions tab page, formulate optional restrictions for the data records that can be displayed with the view. See Maintain Selection Condition of the view. The selection conditions define which data records can be selected with the view. Maintenance Status. On the Maintenance Status tab page, define the maintenance status of the view. The maintenance status determines how you can access the view data via Standard View Maintenance or SM30. Activate. A log is written during activation, which you can display by choosing Utilities, Activation Log. If errors or warnings occurred when the view is activated, the activation log is displayed automatically.
You can generate maintenance modules and maintenance interfaces from the view definition, which take care of the distribution of the data entered by the view to the basis tables of the view. You reach the generation environment for maintenance views by one of the following methods. In the ABAP dictionary, transaction code SE11, choose Utilities, Table Maintenance Generator. In the SAP Easy Access menu, Choose Tools, ABAP Workbench, Development, Other Tools, Generate Table Maintenance dialog. Call transaction SE54 directly. On the initial screen of the Generate Table Maintenance dialog transaction, perform the following steps. Enter the name of the table or the view on which the maintenance dialog is to be based. Select Generated Objects. Choose the Create/Change Push button.
Once you have entered all of the values, generation of the maintenance dialog is started. If this process runs without any errors, the dialog can be used immediately to maintain the tables or view contents. To do this, start transaction SM30 and enter the table or view for which you have generated the maintenance dialog in the Tables/View field. Activate the Maintenance Push button. Generated maintenance dialogs should not be used regularly by a large number of users. These dialogs are intended to enable a limited number of users to quickly and easily maintain customizing tables and customer tables containing small to medium volumes of data.
If you have generated multiple maintenance dialogs for views, you can combine these to a view cluster. A view cluster is a group of maintenance dialogs combined in one maintenance unit for business or technical reasons. While maintenance views can be used to maintain only database tables that have a one-to-one relationship with one another, with the exception of language-dependent text tables, you can use view clusters to maintain database tables that have an end-to-end relationship with one another. Also, maintenance views can be combined into a view cluster without a key or subkey dependency. The navigation within the view cluster is generally oriented towards the hierarchy of the tables or views underlying the individual dialogs, master, detail, relationships, even those over several levels, are especially suitable for a view cluster. A view cluster consists of one or more root dialogs. A maximum of 14 maintenance dialogs can be combined in a view cluster. Each maintenance dialog can be either a one-step dialog or a two-step dialog. Before creating a view cluster, you must first generate maintenance dialogs for each individual maintenance view. You can then combine these dialogs in a view cluster. Use transaction SM34 to maintain the data in a view cluster.
The advantages of view cluster are as follows.